nothing like a dish of cold vengeance to foul the gut.
I'm sorry, Nan. I didn't mean to make things worse. I just thought I had to protect you. Like you've protected me.
Aye, well, someone had to. Your parents certainly didn't give a whit for your well-being. Reckon the both of us would be worse off if I'd not taken you on. You've always been me right eye, Goots. And I'd have you stay that way. So don't you dare go looking for trouble again.
Well, I will. If you ever need help, I'll do it again and again, and you can't stop me.
Why, you big lump. Fine. Play the hero if it makes you happy.
Thanks, Nan. I won't let you down.
There's nothing he wouldn't do for you.
That's as maybe. But if he's ever to make his own way in life, he'll need to start looking out for himself as well. Till then, he'll need people to watch his back, just like you did in Dalamil. Don't think I didn't appreciate that.
Of course. His family.
Stop it. You make me one good eye, mister. I don't go thinking that'll do you any favours. A potion today'll cost you the same as it did yesterday.
Trouble with your gear, or... What do you want? Not bad, if I do say so myself. Should last you a good while. Not bad, if I do say so myself. Not my best work, but it'll do. You can thank me later. Not my best work, but it'll do. Anything else?
Clive, just the man I was hoping to see.
Oh? And why is that?
You remember how some of Sir Wade's guardians took up residence here after the Akashic attacked? Well, now the rest have come to join him. Seems our barracks in the Lazarus have been lost to an ether flood. Now, I don't mind having a few more brave boys around to keep them animals at bay, but we ain't got nowhere for 'em to bed down. I'd build 'em a new barracks here, but where would I put 'em? There just ain't enough room up here on the rock, which leaves us in a bit of a pickle. The people we're counting on to keep us safe are living like beggars.
I see.
And it ain't just that lot. There's been more and more of them turning up lately. coming from all over looking for safe haven, but there's only so many we can shelter with the room we've got. We can't keep cramming more and more people into less and less space. What we need is a new home for our new arrivals, and that's what I was hoping you might help me with. If it ain't too much...
It's no burden.
Thank you, Clive.
So, where were you thinking of making this new home?
Well, I reckon we could do a lot worse than Eastpool.
Eastpool. It's been a long time.
It was a trap, and if any of us could have done anything, but what's done is done. And those who lived there wouldn't have wanted the village they loved to be...
I suppose...
The blight might be pressing in, but I reckon there's a would have... But now we've got a few more guardians of the flame to call on.
I do. Eastpool was once home to people I loved. I won't have bandits sully those memories.
And I know the men will gladly follow you. I've already shared a few thoughts with Sir Wade about how we might be able to win the place back, and I dare say he's got some ideas of his own too.
Of course.
Reckon Eastpool would make a nice little home for a few bearers and guardians.
All right, Sir Wade. Let's hear your plan.
My lord Marquis, it is you. I am Sebastian Rutherford, chief steward of your lord uncle's estate.
Of course.
Yes, my lord. Thank you for coming.
And what was so sensitive that you couldn't put it in writing?
1,000 apologies, my lord. I did not mean to offend. I merely...
It's all right. Continue.
I am here at Martha's Rest, at the behest of your lord uncle, tasked with learning what I am able of the realm's current state of affair. And what I have learned is grim. The fall of the Mother Crystals has left Storm in a state of utter disarray. The subsequent darkening of the heavens has only made things worse. Akashic attacks, once unthinkable, are now commonplace. The gears of governance have ground to a halt. And without a steady hand on the tiller, the realm threatens to drift into utter. Your lord...
That sounds like quite the undertaking.
It is. Hence my having enlisted the aid of
Alas.
I have lost contact with 2 of those colleagues already. They are both able-bodied and trained in the sword, yet in these dark times, even that...
So you want me to find them? I'll need to know where they went.
One I sent to investigate the Republic, the other the old Imperial...
That doesn't exactly narrow it down.
Thank you, my lord.
So Wade, it's good to see you well.
And you, Lord Rossfield.
I spoke with Martha. She tells me you have plans to free Eastpool.
That's right. Though I rather fear my men have been treading on her toes somewhat since joining us. And then there are the bearers. Men and women who found the courage. We need somewhere to settle them. And I can think of worse places.
As can I, which is why I agreed.
That's very kind of you. With you beside us, we shall soon send that...
So?
That thankfully there aren't too many of them. And rather less, thankfully. The road that leads there will more than likely... A small force would suffice to clear the village. But if the Akashic were to follow them...
I'll head into Eastpool and you and the Guardians can stay outside the village and make sure I'm not taken on.
I can't ask you to bear all that risk.
The Akashic are the bigger risk.
Well, I shall summon my men at once.
Shall I wait for you here?
No need, my lord. You go...
All right.
We shall see you...
I'll build a barricade so sturdy.
You think you can just walk in here? Kill him!
You will leave Eastpool now, or face the consequences. That's the end of that, then. Or maybe not. What's that thing doing here? Doesn't matter. It goes too. You're finished! Any more surprises? I'll take that as a no.
Bravo. A magnificent display, my lord.
You were watching? I thought you were keeping an eye out for a kthx.
We were. Put down more than a few on the road, then arrived just in time to see you slay that... whatever it was.
Let's hope it was the last of its kind. Though I expect you and the Guardians will be up to the challenge should another appear.
I would hope so, my lord.
Your men will be bringing the bearers who'll be living here, I assume. It might be best to send word for them to come right away. Before any other...
Of course.
Home. Without masters.
No. We're the masters now. Our lives are our own at last.
That's all of them. And not a single kthx in sight. Now to begin the important work of rebuilding the place. It won't be easy. Especially not after 5 years of beasts and blackguards having their wicked way with the place. The masonry might still be sturdy enough, but half the beams are rotted. Those that weren't lost in the fire or burned by the bandits, that is. It'll take a bit of elbow grease. But we'll see Eastpool rise again. Just you wait.
So wait. Lady Hannah is buried here. If you don't mind, I'd like Oscar to join the rebuilding efforts. He should be a part of this.
Of course. I couldn't agree more.
I'll let Martha know that everyone arrived safely. If you need anything more, you have only to send a Stolas.
And we will, my lord. Safe travels.
Eastpool is in safe hands. Time to go and tell Martha the good news.
Ah, there you are. All went well then. Sir Wade told me you got rid of the bandits, while on second thought, it'll only give me nightmares of me own.
I suppose it will.
What else? Sir Wade said there's plenty bad happened to that place. But that don't undo...
Did Wade say that?
Well, anyway, the poor souls might have made it to eat. So the way I see it, if it's food or lumber or strong backs they need...
Thank you, Martha.
No, thank you.
I wanted to...
There were ghosts at the gates not days ago.
the meadows then.
Let's go. Yeah! Hippocrates said I should be able to find what I'm looking for somewhere nearby. Bright blue dragons and bright yellow flowers. Should be easy enough to spot. This must be our wyvern. Right. Let's get this over with. Too slow. That's the wyvern's liver. Now I just need to find the herbs. Bright yellow with a heady scent. Good girl. Fly, Ambrosia. You deserve a rest. I think that's everything Molly needs to resurrect her recipe. Better head back. No holding back. It's over. Too slow.
I'll be taking you all to a storehouse in the Bales. Leave anything you don't need behind.
You know what you have to do. Clive, as you know, our time grows short. Before we part, I want you to know that, though I may not always have been your...
Thank you. But his revenge.
It is the one and it is all that I have lived for.
But what of Lostwing?
I built Lostwing to achieve this aim. My comrades and I are sure of our cause, and we shall... But there are those among us who cannot fight. Children, the elderly. bearers afflicted by the curse. I would place Lostwing in their hands, but a village home only to the frail and the infirm is not likely to stay a safe haven for... And so, Clive, will you take them to your hideaway, that they might live even...
I will.
Thank you. I will not have it said that I did not see to the well-being of those who rallied. The people I speak of have withdrawn to Gotan's Bales, away from danger in case...
Understood.
Then and may Griga guide us.
To Gotan's Bales, then, and quickly, before anyone else finds them. Let's go. Thanks, Gal. Everyone. You can no longer guarantee your protection.
Well, if that's what the master... Sid, none of us would be standing here today if we owe him our lives. If he's saying we ain't safe in Lostwing no more, and if that's what has to happen, then so be it. That we get to see...
I hope so too.
Oi! You lot! Where's everyone else?
They've gone with Master Quinn.
What's wrong?
I've just come from the Justice's manor. It ain't just the Black Shields protecting the place. He's got a guard dog and all. They don't stand a chance against them. They're all gonna fucking...
No. Sid! We can't let Quentin...
All right. Where is this manor?
It's way over to the east, through the woods. Heaven Hall, he calls it.
Promise us, Sid.
Come on. Faster! Time to fight. Don't tell me I'm too late. Quentin, are you all right?
No. But I am alive. Which is more than I can say for my comrades. They followed me without question or...
This must be the guard dog, Quentin. I'll hold it up.
But...
Your comrades didn't die for... Don't let their sack...
I won't.
Come on. You're no guard dog. It's a rabid beast that needs to be put down. If only we'd arrived early. Is it over?
It is. He wept and begged for mercy, just as I dreamed of doing. All my plans, building a haven in Lostwind, it was all for... But what is this? My faithful comrades. All the...
Quentin.
Master Quentin! Oh.
You.
And so are you. It's Lostwing.
What? Lostwing. My Lostwing.
And look who's here.
They must have stolen in after we left, just before the flood struck. What if there are still people in there?
Don't be a fool! Damn it. Quentin's not going to last long in there. Come on, Torgal. We need to make this quick. I need to find Quentin. Quentin! Quentin! Look at me! Thank the Founder. He hasn't turned. Welcome back to the land of the living.
Is Lostwing?
The flood has...
I see. Then all is a strange...
No, Master Quentin.
Why? All that I strove for is gone. I have nothing left to live for.
What the heck are you on about? You've got us, ain't you? Don't try telling me you only freed us so you could get revenge. We're more than that to you, and we all know it.
I thought you weren't coming back, but I prayed, and you did. There's got to be a reason for that. Can't we just go back to how it was?
Your work ain't over yet, Master Quinton. We believed that you were the right man to lead us, and we...
Your village may be lost, but it seems your people aren't, so long as you remain to guide them.
But why? Why would anyone...
Because we're family, aren't...
Family?
Yeah, and all our comrades who went with you. Lostwing weren't just a village.
It was. And as long as we're still here, it is too.
We can start again. Build a new Lostwing, right here in the Vale.
A fresh start. One life ends, and another begins. Why just a village? What's to stop us?
That's the Master Quinton.
Please. I am nobody's. Quinton will suffice, after all. Permit me to withdraw my request. I will no longer be needing your help in looking after my people.
I'll pretend you never...
But you must be rewarded for your efforts on our behalf.
A bottle or two of your finest red will...
Of course. And I have a feeling that this year's vintage, if you don't mind waiting...
I look forward to it.
We may be bruised, we may be bad.
Should we listen?
So?
I did, and he was as helpful as...
And what precisely will I be cooking up?
Blueback wyvern liver. And...
Ah, wyvern livers, was it? Now then, you stay right where... Let's out these grand old chefs of yore and you... And here we have it. Fried mortress of skyworm. Ivan's offered to make sure it's fit for consumption. Well, I say offered. He is...
And rightly so. Is there any higher honour than partaking in a slice of culinary history?
So, not fit for...
What witchery is the crackle of the crust gives way to an almost violent richness. Yet it is the piquant kiss of the saint's bonnet that tames this savage dish. It is a tour de force, a force of nature even, a maelstrom of flavour and sensation.
I think he likes it.
Well, I can't quite tell with all that nonsense he's talking. But I reckon you might be right. It was decent then, I take it.
Decent? It's remarked, Sid. Might I suggest that you command a party of your finest men and women to
I'll give it some thought.
My Lord Marquis, that some of my fellow Guardians are to build a new home there, both for themselves and for Madam...
It's true.
I have many fond memories of Eastport. When I was a child, we would visit my aunt and uncle often. They would lavish attention upon me as if I were the son they never had. I went to see Aunt Hannah after my uncle passed away, but...
Oscar, I'd like you to assist Sir Wade in the rebuilding efforts.
But my training is not yet complete.
I warned you I might not be the easiest of masters, but I'm not as hard-hearted as that. Go. Be with your aunt. Rebuild her home. Is what she would have wanted.
Yes, my... Thank you. I will not forget this kindness, my lord. I shall go to East...
If it's knowledge you seek, we've told.
Cole said it was an army of Akasha.
How are we supposed to do our duty when the hill...
Clive? But if you're here, where the hell is everyone else?
They're all right. But it's a long story.
You lot don't do things by halves, do you? Well, at least everyone's still breathing. Now, as for these writings, I'm sorry to say, Clive, but if you had those, you'd be...
Sitting under a pile of rubble, I know.
But we were able to save a few bits and pieces from the ruins, most of which ended up being used to build this place. The more personal items we gave to the next of kin. In the case of Sid's things, that would have been mid.
Then I'll check the workshop.
Welcome to the Patron's Whisper. Your benefactors are a generous lot. Here you are. Best of luck out there, Sid.
How are you doing? Anything catch your eye? Seen enough?
Back again? What is it that you wish to learn? Thus ends today's lesson.
If Amber and the Lazarus are gone, do you think Mid's ship will ever sail? This looks like it's from Sid's old diary. I'd better keep looking. What do we have here? Oh, Sid's pipes.
I know this is your hideaway, but, you really shouldn't.
That leather loosener was only the first of the discoveries the Olympics gonna help us make. We've had no word for you. Wait, Sid.
It's all right.
I remember seeing this doll in Sid's cellar. Huh. What's this tucked inside it? Sid's best invention. Huh. So Sid hid something in Mid's first opus. But what would that be? Perhaps Otter might know.
Master Sid, have you seen His Highness the Prince? We were to dine together, or so I was going to suggest. Before he vanished, that is. I suppose now I'll just have to ask the Bard.
Well, did you find anything?
Possibly. You wouldn't happen to know what Mid's first opus was?
Opus? That girl's as tone deaf as a banshee. Unless you mean the orchestrion. She couldn't have been more than, what, 11, 12 when she cobbled that thing together? It surprised us all. Not least her dad. You should have seen how proud he was of the little scamp. What's that battered old box have to do with anything?
I think Sid may have hidden something inside it.
Wouldn't surprise me. Those two and their bloody treasure hunts. Half the things in the hideaway were hidden one time or another.
How are we supposed to do our duty when the hills are cruel?
Cole said it was an army of Akashi.
Who's that?
I didn't break it. Well, I didn't break it.
What didn't you break?
Nothing. We didn't break nothing. We definitely didn't break the orchestrion.
What's wrong with it?
It's broken. Except when it isn't. See?
And you had nothing to do with this?
Nope, nothing. We just wanted to listen to all the songs at once. So we pressed all the buttons. Like this. See?
All too well. All right, out of the way. Something caught on one of the gears.
Did you break it? Can you fix it?
No, I mean, yeah, yes. There. How about now?
You fixed it! Sid fixed it! He more than fixed it! Yeah, new music!
Huh. Never heard this one before.
They started playing when I removed this. Whatever it is.
Well, don't look at me. I can tell you it's important, though. Sid showed it to me once and said as much. Said it was the stuff dreams were made of. Let's just hope it's the stuff ships are made of as well.
Indeed. Let's see if we can make some dreams come true.
Just the two I was looking for.
Aye, aye. Who's a patient?
Actually, yes. The Crown Prince just left.
Dion left?
Unless you've another word for stood up and walked off. Yes, left. He did have the decency to leave a message with Obelisk before commandeering one of his dinghies. Should we go after him?
No. We're not the Prince's keepers. He's free to do as he sees fit.
I'd rather he did so in bed. His wounds are nowhere near healed. Much like yours, I suspect. Otto told me what happened in Canver. What is it with this realm's princes and their aversion to rest?
Ask me when I get back, though I may be sometime.
Then at least try to stay safe.
And if that fails, try to stay alive, eh?
Every moment I waste here, the further the flagship sails. I have to get back.
Let me tell you...
All right.
Them rumours wet legs were spreading. Might be they weren't just tales, You see, there were a time when I weren't too particular about who I sold steel to, so long as some women lust after blood, others after flesh, but me... I were always one for gold. And to satisfy that lust, I sold to opposing armies, stabbed my every client in the back, made myself, but then one day I met a man who made me a different kind of offer. Said he'd give me access to a realm-wide community of like-minded individuals in constant need of steel and sundries. On the condition I sold to him and his alone.
Was that the first time you met Sid?
Aye. And I fell right into his damn trap. He was true to his word, so I ended up being true to mine. And I soon started making the best profits I've seen since taking up the trade. And all without aiding or abetting any outlaws. Except Sid himself, that is. Told me about his plan to topple the mother crystals, you know. Said that with them gone, the realm would want for all manner of things. An opportunity for the likes of me to mint gil. Why, I reckon an enterprising individual could find himself the richest dam in the Twins. And that's when he had me. I emptied my stores that day and moved into the hideaway proper. And the rest, as they say, is ancient bloody history. A dozen years on, and I'm still not the richest dam. Not for lack of trying, mind. But I can say that I have never been happier. You've all shown me there are some things more precious than gil.
That there are.
So don't you go messing it all up. Or you'll have me to answer to. Aye, it's a dangerous world out there. It'd better all be here. You'll not find a better price than that. It'd better all be here. You'll not find a better price than that.
If it's knowledge you seek.
He's a surly soaker.
Sid, do you...
Vaguely.
I'm afraid so. I fear the soil here does... However...
I can't...
I'm going to marry the Morganbeards with Morbles. I know. Morbles are possessed of a highly choleric temperament. The fire which drives them appears to be maintained by an abundance of nutrient... I believe that by grafting a Morble vine to a Morganbeard, the appendage's wealth of vigor-inducing nutrients might well... The endeavor, I assure you, is scientifically sound. As what?
How timely.
Well, I shan't keep you any longer. I know you have much to do.
Sid, heard you were in Canberra fetching young men.
Miss Shirley.
If Amber and the Lazarus had gone.
All right, Clive. Blackthorn told me you helped him out. Speaking of which...
Worried about him?
Afraid so. It's a bit of a funny one, this. But so, obviously, I show it to Blackthorn, thinking he'll be impressed. Try as I might, I can't for the life of me work out, and... Seeing as how Blackthorn... All right, I'll meet you by the...
Bloody hell, Clive. That remains to be... August tells me he showed, and that the sight of it clearly upset you.
Come on, mate. Bottling it up ain't... If it weren't the ring...
It brought back some unhappy memories, that's all.
Memories of what?
There are things we'd all rather leave behind, Blackthorn. And sometimes it doesn't.
Don't be like that.
Fine. If it'll get you off my... That ring you flashed was the work of Zoltan. We apprenticed together. You've never mentioned him before. Why would I? Ain't seen him in decades, and the last time I did, we almost came to blows. The ring brought it all back. I could tell it was one of his the moment I saw it. Vast has improved, though. More than I thought possible.
So it was a nice ring. Worth a few gil.
It matters, because engraving metal's a nightmare, and I've got no bloody idea how he managed it. The fact is, I couldn't make anything even half that. So what? I'm the Hideaway's master crop. I'm not stealing a living at some backwater village forge. My armor keeps you lot safe, and my swords keep you dangerous. As far as I'm concerned, every swing of my hammer's another blow struck in the name of our cause. So because the curse breakers deserve better than second best, and I refuse to be shown up by the likes of Zoltan. Very well. Why don't we go and pay him a visit? I doubt he'd be too happy. Then just this once, swallow your pride and focus all your energies on the task at hand, keeping the curse breakers armed and armored. Provided you can do that, you'll hear no complaints from me. But if you can't, and it's going to distract you, we need to do something about it.
What'd you say, Blackthorn? It's not like you'll be going...
All right.
Magic. So, where do you reckon old what's his name?
In Dravost, my old village. He won't have left.
Dravost, eh? That rings just north of the fields of Carava. Got that, Clive? Meet us and I'll...
Good luck with that.
all right, Clive? My dad had it all worked out.
He'd be proud of you, Mid. His writings may have helped, but this achievement is all yours. Can we catch them?
The Iron Yard's one of the largest, fastest vessels ever built. And it won't help she has the wind at her back. Any other ship would be hard-pressed to keep pace with her, let alone reel her in. But this isn't any other ship. This is the Enterprise! And the world's never seen anything like my dad's engine.
It certainly hasn't.
Clive, what do you know of Barnabas Tharm?
Only what the bards sing. That he sailed to Ash from southern lands. That it was his mastery of the blade which won him the throne. And that his sword, Odin's sword, can sever the very threads of creation. But don't lose any sleep over a last tilt. We'll do what we must to survive.
What we must?
The light!
I thought this cove was meant to be hidden.
Mid! Company!
Eh?
We'll hold them off until the ship is ready. But hurry!
Bollocks! All hands! Man your stations!
Everyone with me? Here they come!
I thought you said that ship was fast!
Once you get going, well, that takes time! So if you fancy giving us a push, you'll hear the old second gas.
Old? I haven't felt this alive in 20 summers! Come on, then! Which of you lot fancies meeting Ogre Killer next?
I thought it was called Heartbreaker.
Don't let the coffers, you curds. With bills to pay and I'll be damned if I'm going first.
Aye, aye, Captain!
What's that?
Soil and stone! Nice try. That was easy enough.
All right, you lousy lot. Get your asses on board. She's ready to sail.
You heard the captain.
Clive?
But I thought he was...
Confounded. Then it is as I feared. Sleipnir is no man, but a creation of Odin. Phoenix's fiery fundament. Have you no normal enemies?
Up for another round?
Of course we are. Right, Lord Rosfield? My boy, there was a time people called me the Executioner. Those are my eyes. No matter, heads will roll all the same.
Mate, new plan! You leave, we follow!
Follow? Swimming, are you? Oh, bugger me! Weigh anchor! Engine's dead slow ahead!
Have care, my friend. 'Tis not blood that runs through an Eggie's veins. These foes will not fall easily.
But they will fall.
Like oaks before a woodman's axe. Good thing I brought one!
Get up!
How long are we meant to keep this up?
As long as it takes. Unless you have a better idea.
Well, I've already killed at least 5 of the bastards. Fuck it. Let's do the lot.
Should we make for the ship?
Not yet. Wait for my signal.
In your own time, Clive!
Right, run for it! Now, mate!
All right, engine full ahead! And hold on tight!
What do you want?
That's quite a mess you've made. And wholly unnecessary. You are my offering to Mythos. I would not see you damaged.
Now back to your stations! Every bell spent treading water puts another league between us and the galleon.
I don't suppose Mid has a spare engine? Since you rose from the grave, my fortunes have plummeted. Are you absolutely certain of this quest of yours, Clive? The foes you face are as terrible as they are numerous.
Aye. And they'd have us live and die on their terms, which should answer your question.
Ah! You have that same stubborn look as your father did when he set his mind to something. On the battlefield, I am but a single axe. A deadly one, mind, but a single one nonetheless. Yet what you require is 1,000, and I believe my old friend in Brandalar can provide them. Take care, Clive. I have many more tales of your father's exploits to share. And I cannot very well do that if you're dead. Again.
Good luck, Uncle. And may fair winds attend you.
As for you, Joshua, take care.
I shall do my best, Uncle.
Farewell, my nephews. When next you see me, it shall be with an army at my back. Cheerio! Oh, yeah. Do keep up, my boy.
Well, you can't have him showing us up now, can we?
We would never hear the end of it.
Greek of mercy. All this. What have I done?
My lord.
between here and Waloed, but any ship heading north has to round Zemeckis and put through the Narrow. Maintain our current bearing north-northeast, and we'll catch the Black Galleon before she vanishes again.
What's to prevent her from circling around Ash from the south?
With these winds in those waters, it'd taken forever and a fortnight to reach Stonehere.
Mid knows what she's talking about, Clive. Better than any of us lot, anyway. I say we do as she tells.
Sails on the horizon.
She's ours. Look alive, boys! Full ahead! And keep those furnaces fed!
Aye, aye! Do you feel that,
Jill?
All hands! Battle stations! Let's see what this girl can do.
Where one leads, so does the other follow. The bond of consciousness which joins them condemning both to the same fate. Yet my every attempt to strike it from their hearts serves only to tighten its hold. Fascinating. But then, there is naught my blade cannot sever.
Great Grigos gas!
Barnabas!
Hard a port! Heads down, you brutes! And brace for impact!
It's now or never.
I'll find her.
Bloody hell! Out of starboard!
Where did you hide her, Barnabas?
Cut him down! Him alive!
Hold on. I'm coming. For both of you.
Extra seconds!
Fine hand.
chaos! Jill!
You came.
Get back!
Clive, how did you...
I'll explain later. Hands! Can you walk?
Out of here I can.
Stand still!
Phoenix. Are you not the dominant of fire? I see naught before me but a guttering flame.
In earnest, then.
Can you go on?
I think so. But to where?
What did you do to Joshua?
The Phoenix? Oh, I expect he will survive. This consciousness in which you coil your feeble souls is grown thick with desperation. And thus has my master turned to my blade. The world will soon be painted in black. And all that live shall gather in death's autumn wake.
Not if we remove the cause of this misery. Not if we destroy the last of the Mother Crystals and restore balance to the world.
Come. Do you truly think it's so simple? The Blight is inevitable. Not even the Almighty might stop its endless march. Your efforts will avail us naught. Naught, that is, but suffering. You must embrace the truth, Mythos. Accept your place with the Lord.
Keep it. As long as there's a chance, there's a choice.
Ever led astray by your blind resolve.
Now, it is time you learn the inevitability of your divine fate. However much it may hurt.
Get as far away as you can.
Clive, no.
Trust me, Jill.
We don't have to do this. Oh, but we do. If only to remind you of your duty. Fire it!
Thanks, boy.
In the short time since our last meeting, you have grown much. And as a vessel, I fear my lord will still find you lacking. All this fire and fury, and for what? Stopping the Blight. A foolish notion fed to you by a foolish man.
How dare you?
You know naught of this world nor of our place in it. If our fates were so easily rewritten, we would all be gods. I have seen enough. If reason cannot sway you, there are other reasons chosen that might.
Well done.
Defend yourself! The mantle you've been given. And thus is the light of hope severed. You would yield so soon.
Never.
Clive!
Do you not see? Your iron will weighs you down, dragging you ever further from your purpose.
And what is my purpose?
Mythos. Who are we? What are the dominants? The breath of the Creator still warm on our lips. We carry his light that we might guide the masses in his name. We are but mighty acts of God.
We are more than that.
You would be nothing without what he has granted you. The power we wield is his, and yet every time we draw upon it, it wears away at our very being. It breaks us. It unmakes us, that its immaculate aspect might reveal itself. The icon. It is too much for even his chosen few. Apart from you, Mythos, you wield the might of many, yet your body does not answer for its avarice.
What are you saying?
What I am saying is that we dominants are a means to an end. We were created for you, that you might drink deep of our strength and thereby fulfill your divine purpose.
Which is?
To feed. As you would know, could you only look beyond the walls of your prison of self-regard. As long as you choose to ignore this, you shall never penetrate my defenses. Still, you may take solace in the fact that you are not alone in your plight. The chains of volition shackle all of mankind, but there is yet cause to rejoice. For the Lord, in his mercy, has taken pity on his flawed creations, and shall see them restored to their proper forms.
And what exactly would that be?
Why, loyal servants to God.
No.
Manners, Lord Rossfield? They are men, like you and me. Albeit ones unburdened by the wills that drive our kind to madness. They are pure. They are divine.
You mean to turn everyone Akashic?
Not turn, Mythos. Turn back. For too long has mankind been led astray by their clamorous wills. It is time they return to a world of quiet equality, where they might once more know salvation.
Salvation? And abandon everything we hold dear?
We don't need your salvation. We'll save ourselves, and we'll do it on our own terms. Not yours. And not your gods.
With every defiant expression of your will, the tighter the chains of consciousness become. But perhaps that fact may be put to use.
Clive!
The faster it binds you to the remaining dominance, the stronger your hunger will become. Until it leads you back to the only answer there ever was. Mayhap not by the path my master intended, but back all the same.
Ash is not far. I could freeze a path.
You're in no fit state.
Probably not, but I can try. Don't look back!
the others are safe.
The Enterprise was clear of the gap when we fell. They made it, Jill. And they will have seen the ice where it led. We need only wait till dawn. This is the second time Barnabas has bested me. I'm powerless against him.
And maybe there really is nothing else for it but to give yourself to his master. Only you won't do that. The Clive I know would never do that.
So you believe? But do you really know me? If what Barnabas said was true, then I'm more monster than man. And each time I summon the flames from within, I burn away the things that make me who I am.
Do you, though? Think of what you've used that power for. Of all the people you've saved. It doesn't matter how or by whom it was granted, only how you choose to use it. And you've chosen to use it for good, haven't you?
I've also used it to kill. What if that's my purpose? What if it's all I'm good for?
You're still that same boy I grew up with. Always so eager to save everyone around you, and yet always so alone. Because you failed to realize the one thing that needed saving most of all. You, Clive. You. You never once took the time to save yourself.
Myself? I think I might be beyond saving.
No one is beyond saving. Provided they want to be saved. You fight to survive. And you survive so that you may protect those you love. It's what you do. What you've always done. And I know you're not about to change. So I'm going to help you. To give you what you need to protect us all.
Jill. Are you sure? If this is what you want, then...
Don't worry, Clive. It is. This burden, I'll give you the strength to bear it alone.
But I'm not alone. These burdens I carry, my sins, my pain, my sorrow, I see now that they are all a part of me. share your burdens too. Until my last breath.
Clive.
I promise you, Jill. We will find a way to escape this fate. Find a way to save each other. That we might one day look upon the moon again, together.
And I promise you, Clive, that I will be there, no matter what you must become.
I know. I never thought a smile could bring me so much joy.
What of Barnabas? Do we pursue him?
No. Our paths will cross again soon enough. Whether we like it or not. Besides, there is something we must do first.
Of course. Drake's spine. The last Mother Crystal.
The Einherjar is at the bottom of the sea. Waloed won't dare move on Storm without her. But they know we're coming now. We'll need a plan. And a damn good one at that.
Then let's go home and find one. Ash will have to wait.
Mid says Odin split the sea in two. She's always been partial to a tall tale. But there's tall, and then there's tall.
I struggle to believe it myself.
I see your uncle isn't with you.
He stayed with the Enterprise. After our brush with the Einherjar, she was in urgent need of repair. And my uncle knows a shipwright in Randalar. We're to join him there when we're ready to sail for Ash.
You sure that's wise? Last I heard, the place was still overrun with a kthx.
Show me a city where that isn't true. Ultima's plague is spreading.
We're running out of time, aren't we? We've done our best to shore up that hideaway. But I doubt a few planks will stop what's coming. Still, we'll keep at it. Every little helps, I suppose.
Let's hope so. I should visit Joshua, assuming Tahi will allow it. How are you feeling, Joshua?
Better than I was.
But not nearly as well as you should be. Your cuts and burns may have healed, but your body still bears the burden of every spell cast.
And what would you have had me do? It was no ordinary foe we faced. It was the Warden of Darkness. Yet still, it was not enough. The king could have ended me at any moment, but instead chose to toy with me like a curl does a mouse.
You underestimate yourself.
Oh, it was crystal clear. Only one man established his dominance that day, and that man was Barnabas. I'm sorry, brother. That was ill-spoken. It's just, I have never felt so powerless. And when so many are looking to us for strength, perhaps the prince feels the same.
What is this place?
Don't move. Here, it's fresh from the well.
Grandmother told me spirits sometimes get lost, and that the lanterns guide them to their proper place. I set one on the river for her when she passed away.
The fiend works from the shadows. Was it you who guided my hand then, Ultima? No, not you. This is my doing, my fault, my sin to bear. And for it, I must atone.
Your hurts are healing nicely. It was my poultices that saw you well.
You make them?
And sell them, or try to. Earns me enough for bread, most days.
Forgive me. I have nothing to...
I know, but I couldn't just leave you lying there. You're going then?
Of course. I'm healed. Thanks to you and your poultices.
Will you promise to come back and visit?
Well, Phoenix, it would seem that I owe you my wings.
Perhaps he can find an answer. You will be returning to Waloed soon, I gather.
I see no reason to wait.
Then neither do I.
I can think of a few, but I doubt they'll stop you. You will take your medicine.
Of course, Lady Tyre.
Set on leaving already, are ya?
How long will it take us to get back to Ash?
Dunno, about the same amount of time it took us to get here. Maybe less, if your uncle can find someone trustworthy to patch up the Enterprise. All depends on where we're putting into port, mind.
Yes. It's not as if we can put ashore wherever we choose. We have to assume that the whole of Ash is hostile, and that we'll be attacked on sight.
Then we must find a place they won't think to look. And I have an idea who might know of one.
The Professor! I'll go and tell you coming!
While you're plotting our course, I'll be in the shelves with your lawsman. I wish to pick his brains about Ultima.
Then I'll talk to Karen about supplies for the journey. They may not be easy to come by in Ash.
Your brother's body won't take much more of this recklessness. You know that, don't you?
I do.
I still say it were a compliment.
Say it all. Ah, Clive.
I was wondering when you'd arrive. Please tell me you've come to take our young prodigy here off my hands.
I'm not here for Mid. I need information on Ash.
Then why not ask Molly if you can look in one of her ovens? Go on.
As soon as the Enterprise is ready, we'll be setting out for Drake's Spine. And we're going to need a safe place to land.
Preferably one that won't see my ship blown to shit and splinters.
If it were that easy, do you think Waloed would have resisted invasion for so long? Very little is known of Ash, and the information we do have is spotty and outdated. We have the good King Barnabas to thank for that. Waloed's borders have been closed to outsiders since the day he seized the throne. If there is anywhere safe to land, you won't find it on my map.
Then tell us what we will find. I'm sure you know better than we do.
But no splinters!
All right, if it will get you out of my hair. But interrupt me, and it's over. Understood? Barnabas Tharm, the one they call the Last King. Understand him, and you will understand the kingdom of Waloed. Barnabas was only a boy when he arrived from beyond the southern seas, and barely a man before he united the ragged tribes of Ash. And having unleashed them upon the formidable Veldamark, he set his throne upon the ancient kingdom's ruins. The victory sent shockwaves around Valisthea. Tales of Odin's might spreading through every court, parlor, and drinking hole in the realm. Note that this was in the year 843, and that the king still sits upon his throne some 40 years later, quite untouched by time. Waloed's recent inaction left many wondering if Odin had lost his appetite for war. And yet here we are. The Einherjar was committed to the fray, a bold declaration of intent. Orcs swarm around Drake's Fang, and throngs of Akashic haunt Canvas streets. Though how precisely the havoc they wreak serves Waloed remains unclear. Regardless, if the order to attack truly came from King Barnabas, then one thing is certain. Waloed has achieved the impossible, and made bedfellows of beastmen and the ether-addled alike. All of which is a roundabout way of saying that you will be in unknown territory when you set foot on Ash. Much of the continent has already been lost to the Blight, and what few ports remain will be fiercely guarded. And that is to say naught of its natural defenses. Offshore currents will cast an ill-equipped ship out to sea one moment, and dash it against the rocks the next. But then the Enterprise is anything but ill-equipped, and Mid has made land there before. Now, if only there were someone with an intimate knowledge of the Shadow Coast, and where a daring gentleman might put ashore. You see, Clive, you had the answer all along.
Do you think you can get us back to that beach, Mid?
Picked you up from it, didn't I? Not that it were easy. The currents were a right bastard. But then, if it wasn't hard, it wouldn't be worth doing, would it?
Well said. Thank you, Lady Vivian.
If a few morsels of common knowledge and a sprinkling of tavern talk are worthy of your thanks, I wonder what genuine intelligence might earn me.
Probably more visits. Mid, I need everyone in the ale hall now. I'll fetch Joshua from the shelves.
Aye, aye, Captain.